Ooh, what could be in these boxes? I don't know. You guys will have to wait until tomorrow's video to find out and see what's in there. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've been busy with work, so I have not been able to vlog much these past like 2, maybe 3 weeks now. So I'm pretty sure by the title of the video you guys know what I'm going to be doing today, and that is going to be starting to prep the car for paint. There's a place here in Boise that does paint, so I'm hoping that the paint matches pretty well. I have not tried this paint. I have not really looked at it all that much. I'm hoping that it matches. So this is what we have to do today. We have the front bumper to Bondo because we have that patch over there. We have this patch right here. The hood we're going to replace. We have the scoop that we have to start sanding, so we have to prep this for paint so then we can paint match it to the car. We have the flares. The flares have these grooves in it so that the Bondo could sit in it and it will stick to the flares. I have to do some modifying to these flares. When I pull them off, they stretch and they bend weird. I'm going to heat up the flares so then they sit exactly where they need to and stretch them and everything so that they sit the way they need to. Also, I think I'm gonna fix this patch. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. It is too late. It is really late to order side skirts now. So I'm not gonna order side skirts because, like I said, it is really late. Today is Wednesday. The event is Saturday, Sharkfest, the big event that I'm trying to make it to with this car. It's literally only a few days away and I need to get this car painted and taken care of. I don't think I'm gonna show up with this trim piece, but screw it. Again, same thing with this side. I might have to paint the skirts just so they look decent. There's a couple of spots. I don't think that was theirs. I think that's new. But there's a couple of spots that I might just touch up. Another thing I want to do is get some Plasti Dip and go over all of the weather stripping just to paint it black, because as you guys can see, there's purple on some parts, but I can't rip it off because it is just really caked on there and it's really thin to peel off. So I really just want to tape most of the car or around the black trim and then go over it with Plasti Dip so then like that it's at least black. I will be polishing the headlights again, and then once I paint the car, I'm planning on polishing the whole car or as much as I can to get it ready for the show. I might also fix the fog lights depending on how much time I have. Right now, like I said, I really need to focus on getting the bumper bondoed and filled in, smoothed it out, and the flares. I really think we're gonna leave the lip. I think the lip is the only thing we're gonna leave black because I don't really like paint matching lips. I don't think that it looks all that good. So I'm just going to leave the lip black. I was gonna do a splitter, but again, it is a little too late to order material for a splitter. Other than that, I really wanted to fill this gap with the actual like fin piece that goes here, but I did not order those. I forgot to order those. If they come in, they're gonna be like dead ass Friday or Saturday, and that's gonna be way too late. If I need to pick up paint, it's gonna be way too late. So I'm just gonna leave those. I'll just throw a weather strip around the edge of the flare, and then we will get by with just that. So it seems like the heat method is not going to work very well, so I'm going to go with my second option, and that is going to be the use note cards. What I'm going to do is grab the note cards, shove them all the way across, throw tape on them so then they hold their shape. Then I'll come back and start bondoing. I don't really want to bondo over these, so I'm going to try to avoid these, and then I'll just sand around them later once I get everything else on, because honestly the heat isn't doing very well. This is sticking up quite a bit. I'm going to have to throw some weather stripping to bring that down. So hopefully O'Reilly's carries weather stripping because I have not ordered any of that either. I'm gonna give it a shot with these note cards. Hopefully this works, so then we can get to doing this, finish this. It's a little late, it's almost 9, so I don't have that much daylight left, so I've got to really figure something out so I can start bondoing. I need a bondo today, so then tomorrow I can paint. Friday, the paint should be cured and I can do wheels and all the other stuff that I need to do, all the small stuff. I need time for the hood. I really need the hood to come out good. That's gonna take up at least most of my Saturday morning-ish, Friday night. I'm really hoping I don't, but I think I'm gonna have to stay up late Friday to finish quite a few things. So I kind of ended up bondoing the flare on the fender, but I did use the note cards and that did not let any of the actual Bondo get on the paint, so that's a plus. I'm thinking if it cures like this, it might hold the shape, then I could take it off and then fill in all these gaps either with fill-in primer or just with Bondo itself. It's not a lot, literally. I just have to sand everything smooth so that I can primer it and then paint it. All of the rougher imperfections are right here, so as long as I get most of it taken care of, we should be good. The only reason I'm throwing Bondo on is so that it stiffens the shape, and so when I pull it off, it doesn't bend so badly, because if the paint bends, it might crack. I'm gonna get started on the other 3. I'll pick up the camera once I get done. I don't have primer, so we're not gonna be able to prime it today, but we definitely should be able to at least wet sand and get down to being able to basically prime it tomorrow. We'll be able to prime it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I wanted to paint tomorrow, but we'll see how that works. I'm gonna go pick up a spray can for priming tomorrow, and we will prime tomorrow. For right now, let's get all this taken care of, and then we don't have to mess with it tomorrow. We will do the sanding and everything today. Hopefully it doesn't get too late. Hopefully paint tomorrow. I'm not sure how the bumper is gonna turn out. Honestly, that one's gonna be a challenge, but we might do that last. I don't know. We'll see what we do with it. Okay, so it's really late now. It's 9:30, almost 9:40. But I just got the Bondo done. It took me about an hour to do the other 3. I'm debating on if I should start sanding. I really do need to start the sanding process. I really do, but it's just gonna take a little too long. I gotta wake up early in the morning to do the work, so I'm only gonna get like 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep if I stay another like 30 minutes doing this. I think I'll pick up the camera tomorrow. We'll get to sanding tomorrow and we'll get to do it quick. I'm gonna stop by and get some sanding pads for my rotary tool. I picked up a new rotary tool. I'll show you guys that tomorrow, but I'm gonna go get some pads for that so that I can do this quickly and I won't waste so much time. But for right now, like I said, it is getting late. I did try to patch up the chip that's here and the door piece, but the door piece is really big, so I'm gonna have to do that in 2 different chunks. But the flares came out really good. I think I can just prime them on the car. I didn't even use the note cards on these because I just kind of already knew what I was doing, so I did not use the note cards. If I do start priming, I definitely am going to use the note cards, or I'm going to pull them off depending on how hard the flares are after putting the Bondo on. Once I prime them, I can wet sand them again, get them ready for paint. I already have my paint, I just need to go buy a gun. I still got to pull off the hood scoop and get that ready for paint. That one shouldn't take too long. Once I'm ready to paint everything else, I think that maybe putting 20-30 minutes into the hood scoop, it should be done fairly quick, but I could be wrong. If we're gonna do the sanding tomorrow, then we'll do the wheels. Yeah, we should be able to do the wheels. I'll send those tomorrow, get tires mounted on them, but we're gonna finish these flares tomorrow. What's up guys, we're out here, day 2. I picked up a couple things on my way home today. One of them are paint guns. These were actually a really good deal. You get both the guns, they're 50 bucks, and sometimes when you Google the 20% off discount, you can't find it. And so I did, I found the discount, so I actually picked these up for roughly $30, and I did pay the $11 2-year protection plan because I'm not sure how good these guns are, so if we have any issues with them, I want to return them, get other ones, or even still return them here within the 90 days. But this is what we're gonna use to paint the actual flares and any pieces on the car we need to. I got strainers. I bought more rattle can primers because this is the only primer I could find. I couldn't really find a good primer that would work with the guns. That was the whole point of buying both guns, so I don't have to buy this primer again. But it is kind of tight. The schedule is kind of tight. It is like 7 already. I only want to do this for a couple hours today because I woke up really tired this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I stayed up a little too late last night. This was the quickest thing that I could find. So there's this, my 2 different sanding grits for my sander. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. It's not a rotary, it is a dual action, so it like vibrates back and forth. So I'm not sure how well this is gonna go, but it's going to eat through whatever we put it on pretty quickly. So I did get only 150 grit and 80 grit, and then the rest I'll just do by hand. Also, I got a hose to extend the air to water separator for the compressor, so then the air guns are not getting any water into the paint when we are using it. Okay, so I'm going to start with sanding. I ran the extension cord all the way up here already. Here's my dual action polisher. I'm going to be using that. I know that is not for this, but it's honestly the best thing that I have. It's gonna make this process a lot quicker than what it really would be if I just did it by hand. So that is why I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna set it at a low speed so that I can go over everything, smoothing everything out perfectly. And there are going to be some spots on the flares that I did not get with Bondo, so they are going to be a little bit rough, but they shouldn't be too bad. They should not be too noticeable. So hopefully the primer will fill that in. I got a pretty thick primer to fill in cracks and gaps, and then I should be able to smoothen that out afterwards by hand. And then we will also be doing the hood as we are doing all of the sanding. As you guys can tell, there were some spots that did not get primed, but I think that should be fine. For the most part, it is all primed. It was blue, and so now it is at least a gray. We are going to be sanding this as well, probably tomorrow once we start painting. For right now, I want to get these flares done. I'm gonna get to sanding. I'm going to set the camera, set a time lapse. Hopefully we get this knocked out today so we don't have to worry about it anymore. We can start paint tomorrow. My wheels came in yesterday. I got them mounted and everything today. I'll show you guys in another video. So we have an issue. The body filler did not dry at all. I don't think I mixed the hardener enough, and it is like tacky and it comes off. I can literally rub my nail on it and it'll come off. Like, check out the sandpaper. It's all stuck on that, and it's all stuck on this. I really do not have the time to redo this. It seemed odd. When I got home, I touched it and I tried moving the flares to see if they would move at all. And I was pretty sure that the body filler would harden everything because it gets hard. So I was like, it should really be hard, but maybe it has a little bit of flex to it. And then I started sanding it and it wouldn't sand like dust. Instead, I would be sanding and it would be like kind of sticking to the pad, really odd. I put my hand on it and yeah, it's not sanding off. It's just like kind of like gum. I don't have time to redo this right now, so I'm just going to continue. It just has to make it past Saturday, so we will redo it again later. But right now, I really do not have the time to restart this. If I do, I gotta go pick up more body filler because I definitely don't have enough. The only spot I will probably redo is this right here and maybe the door piece over there, but I'll pull off the flare for sure. So then like that dries right and does not get onto that when I try pulling that stuff off. For right now, I'm going to pull these flares off, start getting them primered. I really thought that it would dry up right because when I was working it, I felt it get hard. Like my hand was getting tired from like going back and forth so much. And so I thought, okay, I better hurry because this is getting hard. But it really was just getting really tacky. I definitely did not mix the hardener right. I didn't have a piece of board big enough to mix it on, so it just kept falling. And that was another issue. So I definitely gotta upgrade my tools so this doesn't happen again. For right now, like I said, this is the best I can do. I can't really restart. If I restart, I'm just going to be running really late. Tomorrow, hopefully I don't get off too late from work so that I can finish painting, and then over the night of Friday into Saturday morning, it dries. It's gonna be a close one, guys. It really is. Yeah, it sucks, but we gotta work with it. So we can't really go back now. It is too late, like I said, so we're gonna work with it. I'm gonna pull these flares off, take it to the back, primer them, and then tomorrow we might get started painting. If anything, I might get into it tonight just to understand the basics of setting up the gun, but other than that, I do still need to polish headlights, do the hood scoop. I'll probably do the hood scoop off camera, but I need to do the hood scoop to match the hood. Alright, enough talking. Let's get these flares off, go and get them primered. I'm just going to pull them off and then I will pick up the camera once I'm ready to primer. I got two off for now. I'm going to spray these real quick. I don't have my tripod or anything with me, so I can't do a time lapse or anything. So let me just knock this out. I'll show you guys the results. I still gotta go pull the other two off. Those were stuck because I needed to take off the rear wheels, but these are the front. Let me knock these out and then I'll show you guys the results. There they are. They look a lot better after the primer, I'm not gonna lie. They actually look kind of smooth. They still have a lot of imperfections, but we'll be fine. Like I said, I just want to get by the show, and then after the show we'll mess with them again and do them properly probably redo them completely and do them properly. Maybe even just get rid of these fender flares because they didn't even fit, and do the rear ones that they are supposed to go for the car. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So I got a little bit anxious and I wanted to throw the wheels on the car. I was like, let me throw the spacers on first because those have to go on anyways. Comes to find out that the spacers do not fit the car. The hub center, they don't meet. 2, the lug nuts are not the same. Right now I just have the car kind of like this. I did have to take the wheel off anyways to get the flare off because I do have a self-tapper there and a self-tapper there, so I had to take the wheel off anyways to get those self-tappers off. Since I was there, I said let me go ahead and throw the wheels on, check the fitment, make sure they work, and the spacers do not fit. I really didn't think of it when I ordered the spacers. I kind of just thought they're 5x100, they should be fine. I didn't think about the lug size, so yeah, that was my fault. I just ordered spacers and I thought I'd be fine. So tomorrow my mission is to find the right acorn nuts and the right lug nuts. I gotta get lug nuts for these now, which sucks because I don't think I'm gonna be able to use them on anything else because I don't have any 5x1.5. Yeah, right now I really don't have anything that I can use, so I gotta wait for tomorrow. Hopefully the tire shop has them. The guys are telling me that the tire shop might have them, to go check there. Then that way I am not messing up these spacers, these brand new spacers. I'd rather send them back, get my money, and order the right spacers after the show. Just like I said, get by as best as we can. But today's Thursday, it's late. I was supposed to paint today, but that didn't happen, so unfortunately we're gonna have to pay tomorrow. That's a wrap for this video, guys. I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys like the video, if you guys are excited for the build, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment down below. I'm always active in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. You guys don't want to miss these upcoming videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.